Hey guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Blair. Welcome to my beauty space. So for today's video, I am doing the first impression on the brand new Huda Beauty Naughty Palette. So this is Huda's big palette release of the year. Every year around holiday season, she always come out with a brand new big palette. So this year it is the Naughty palette, and it is a darker burgundy shade contrary to her previous releases such as the Mercury retrograde from last year or the new nude from 2018. So when this palette first got announced on the internet, it has stirred up quite the controversial because one of the shades, and to be honest, I was also a little deterred from getting it because of the online reviews. But then I went to Sephora, I looked close up in person, and I had Sephora associates swatch it for me. That kind of swayed my idea a little bit, but at that time during the WAB sale, I actually didn't snatch it up just because I was like, let me think about it. Then Sephora had their Christmas sale, which I got $25 off. So I'm like, it's just one shade. I know there's one shade that I'm a little iffy about it, but that's just one shade out of the whole palette. So let me get it because I really love the color theme. So finally, I got this baby in my hand. So today I am going to do a first impression slash swatch slash try on for you guys. So yeah, if you want to know what's my opinion on this palette, just please keep watching. Alright, so let's start with the packaging. So Huda's packaging is always simple. This year, no difference. So it's this plastic protector with all the information in the back. But worth noting that the whole color is actually similar to her palette theme. So I really love the attention to detail. But at the same breath, this palette is retail for $67. So I would expect, all the details to be perfect as well. So I love this packaging. I think it's very eco-friendly. So that's the outer packaging. Now let's move on to the palette packaging. Oh my goodness, I love this packaging. I love this probably more than Mercury retrograde just because I personally don't like anyone's face on my palette. I just like the palette has a name or design except the face of someone else. So I love the design this year, and I love this color. I feel like burgundy slash chocolate color is so in this year, whether you see it in fashion, in bodysuits. By the way, I just uploaded a battle of the bodysuits comparing all different bodysuits from different brands, so definitely check it out. I can link it here. So yeah, I feel like in terms of beauty, which is an extension of fashion, they also reflect the color theme of the season, which is burgundy. So I really love the color. I love the outer packaging design. And in terms of the size of this palette, it's exactly the same as the Mercury retrograde, which I also love. I love that she keep everything consistent. So now let's open this baby up, shall we? Are you guys ready? Ta 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 ta! Oh my goodness, look how yummy these colors are. I'm just so mesmerized by Huda's design of colors. Honestly, I feel like she's the only makeup brand in the market that constantly pushing for new formula of the shadow, new patterns, new designs, new colors. I applaud her for it. Like, I think that's, innovation rather. It takes constant dedication to come up with all the new formulas and new materials or new patterns, because it costs money, it costs labor. So I really admire her for that. That's also a reason why every year around this time I'm so looking forward to her big eyeshadow launch, because I really want to know what's new, what kind of boundary will she push this time. And let me tell you, in my opinion, this year she did not disappoint. She definitely did not come to play around. She definitely delivered on the innovation front. I just love how beautiful those shades all layer together. You know what I'm saying? It just looks very harmonious, and the colors are so beautiful. It's wow. I'm just in love with the color scheme of this palette. But there is one shade that has been the talk of the town, which is the color Slippery. So let me give you guys a close-up. So this is a shade right here. Everybody saying that they've been disturbed by the shade, which I agree. That's the reason why I didn't snatch this up as soon as it launches, because I'm just like, what the heck is this, you know? Don't get me wrong, I love innovation. I really applaud her for it. So sometimes with innovation doesn't necessarily mean it's all good. I feel like this is a case of questionable innovation in terms of formula, because just like the color and the presentation alone, I can see how some people are, you know, just turned off by it. But since I have already seen this palette in person, I do feel like the picture on the internet is a little bit exaggerated, because when you look in person, it's not as bad as you see on the internet, to be honest. Also, since I have the sales associate swatch this shade for me, so I know what it looks like, what, you know, it show up on the back of your hand. So I feel like this is actually a pretty cool formula. That's really what, you know, swayed me into buying this palette, is to finally confirm this shade is not as disturbing as people claim to be on the internet, combined with all the rest of the shades are just so beautiful. So yeah. First impression wise, in terms of looking at all the shades, I gave her 9 out of 10 for the whole presentation, different formulas and different, you know, layout, everything. So now it's time to do swatches. All right, let's start at the first row. So here it is. Let's start with the color Filthy, which is a mauve nudie undertone color. This color is perfect for setting your eyelid, prepping for color application. I love this color. Look how pigmented it is, and you can still see the mauve undertone to it, which is very impressive, because whenever you're formulating lighter colors like this one, Filthy, sometimes it doesn't show the undertone. So Huda definitely does a good job formulating a lighter like undertone with a mauve, you know, pigmentation to it. I really love this color, and it feels so soft and buttery. It just feels really, really finely milled. And yeah, I love this color. This is very unique. Most of my, you know, base color are nude or yellow undertone nude, so I'm craving you know, lavender / mauve undertone nude. So that is the first shade, Filthy. Then we have the shade called Passion. Whoa, look at that pigmentation. This is the first special shade in the palette. This is definitely a duochrome, but instead of a traditional duochrome pigment, this I'd say is a duochrome glittery shade. So that's very impressive, because I don't think anyone ever done like a duochrome glittery shade, because it's kind of hard to make. So I love this color. Then for the color Shameless, this is the color right here. So here, beautiful. But I say that this color, you definitely can find it in a lot of other palette. It's nothing truly special about it, but I like it. I feel like this goes really well with the theme of the palette. So yeah. Then moving on, we have the color called Please Me. So this is kind of like a coppery, grayish brown shade with the undertone. I like it. I think this is beautiful. It's very pigmented, and it reflects the lights when you look around, like, you know, from different angles. So yeah, I like it. Then moving on, we have the shade Hypnotic. So this is a matte beige shade again, and this one definitely have that chocolatey undertone. So let me put next to the first shade. It's right here. You guys can see this is Filthy right here. Then this is the color Hypnotic. So totally different vibe. So depending on what kind of look you want, you have different options for base color. Then the last color in this row is called Hard. Wow. This palette is definitely naughty. Whoa. Look at the dual shades like that. So let me put it here, right here. Look at that, like in the middle, you can see there are two tones. So I personally definitely gonna use my fingers when applying special shades. I feel like that's the best payoff. But I almost feel like this shade here is almost like, how to say, like a, not like a shimmery shade, but like liquid eyeshadow. That's I would describe it. It's almost like you just apply a liquid eyeshadow. Once it dries down, it's like this color. So that's amazing. The formulation is really amazing. Like it's very, very pigmented. So if you use your finger, definitely, you know, start light, then build it up. If you use a brush, we'll try to see how it looks under a brush. So then we can see if it's the same color payoff or it's a little bit different. But yeah, we'll see how different the color payoff is when I use a brush with a color called Hard. So yeah, this is the first row right here. It's really good. I love every single one of the shades. I think they're all really beautiful. The payoff is amazing. So now let's go to the second row. All right, so the first color in the second row I'm going to swatch is called Untamed. So this is a dark burgundy color, which is, you know, the same color as the theme of the palette. I'm gonna keep going down here. So this is a color Untamed. I just say that I like this color, but I'm not obsessed with this color, mainly because I feel like it's a little dry, like when I swatch it. But I also know how hard sometimes to formulate these kind of mattes that are dark and makes them really consistent and really, you know, pigmented. So I gave Huda props for making such a pigmented darker shade. That's not easy. I just personally feel like it's a little too dry compared with Filzy. Filzy just feels so much softer. It's just so much smoother. See here. But then the color Untamed is a little dry. Let's put it here. So yeah, I like this color, but not like love. All right, so the next shade is a glitter shade called Irresistible. So this is a color. Wow, I love this color. I'm gonna use this color today because this is my type of color. Beautiful. So it has that, you know, purplish glitter to it. Very nice. Then moving on, we have Flower Power. Love the name. So this is this dual chrome glittery yellow shade, which is actually, how to say, surprising to be in this palette. Because look, the rest of the shades are, you know, all stick to this burgundy theme, but then this color just randomly show up. And somehow this color is not as pigmented as, you know, the other glittery shades. It's just, I don't know, I just feel like this color is kind of random. That's the color. I do not really like this color, I have to be honest, this Flower Power shade. Also, once, you know, you touch the surface, it seems like the dual chrome is gone, like see that? But when you touch the surface of this one, you still have two shades. But then with this one, it was two shades before, now it's just one shade. Oh well. All right, moving on, the next color we got is called Rough. So this is a neutral color, and I like this color because it's like a coffee shade, but even one shade darker. So let me put it right here. You can see. So this is Rough. So this is Rough compared with Hypnotic. You can see the difference. And a Rough definitely is more pigmented. So that is awesome. All right, next shade I got is called Spicy. So this is another darker burgundy shade. By the way, every time I swatch, I take the, you know, swatches off. Just want to let you guys know, so that way you don't think that I'm layering two shades. Just want to make sure I just don't leave the footage in, I cut it off. But yeah, let's swatch Spicy. This is even darker than this shade right here, which is called Untamed. So here, this is Spicy. I'm gonna put right here next to Untamed. So So you guys can see the difference. Spicy definitely is more purple than Untamed. This is definitely more burgundy. This is more purple. Love this color. I honestly think Spicy is a better formula than Untamed. It also feels softer. Then lastly, for the second row, we have the color called Aroused. Love this shade. So let me put it right here. See, this is Aroused, and then this is Hypnotic. Then this one is Rough right here. You guys can see that's 3 different kind of nude. And I love the fact that she still incorporate nudes in the palette because, you know, nudes are universal shades. But the nudes in this palette particular is not just your average nude. It's actually darker, more wintry kind of nude. So I really love that. I think this palette definitely reflecting on the popular color theme, color trend this year for winter season. So yeah, this is a whole second row. I just say that second row, I'm not like loving every single one of the shades like the first row. I feel like this flower power shade is a little random, and then this shade Hypnotic is a little like dry, and then the rest of the shades are better. So I just say that it's still really good because, you know, the rest of the shades are definitely like more like usable shade, you know, especially the last 3 nudes here. Like I feel like I'm gonna use a lot of those 3 shades, so that's nice. So yeah, that's a swatch of the second row. All right, lastly, for the last row, we have the third row here. So the first color is the infamous slippery color. So it feels so different. And this is the color. So it's almost like a Vaseline type of shade. See here? And this color actually will get darker once you use the top layer and starting to break the little bubbles. It will get darker. Now it's definitely more, you know, clear. But you can still see there is a mauve undertone to it. People saying that this color is beautiful when you put it as the base shade. People saying that once you put down this as a base, the rest of the shades will go on like extra pigmented. So that's what I'm gonna try today. After the swatch, I'm gonna try to use this shade for one eye as a base, then compare with another eye, use like a regular powder color like this one as a base. So yeah, this is a color Slippery. I mean, I don't think how to say, like, it's breathtakingly good. It's definitely different. It's almost like all over face gloss, you know, that was super popular earlier this year, you know, those kind of like wet glossy look. But yeah, I don't think it's spectacularly fabulous and innovative, but at the same time, it's not as disturbing as someone else claim on the internet. And I say this is a pretty like decent shade. That's my opinion. Then we have the color called Tantric. So this is another like golden kind of shimmer. But this golden, I'd say that it's definitely a better golden color because it's just, look at this. More pigmented. The other golden shade is a little just, I don't know, like random. Then we have the color called Naughty, which is the same. So yeah, let's swatch it. Wow. But yeah, when you look at it, those two are exactly the same. So this is Naughty. Absolutely love it because, you know, it's the same of the palette. Then next we have Provocative. It's another duochrome shade with this special pattern. So let's see if it's super special. See, but once you blend it out, did you see that? So I feel like the two shades or the duochrome is definitely just an overspray because once you blend it out, they're starting to merging. So I don't know about those overspray though, because I feel like they're a little deceptive. You know, once you finish the first layer, it's all like the same color. Here is the color. The color is pretty. I like this color, honestly. This is so pretty. But no matter what, she's the first one. Huda is the first one that done this kind of shades. So I gave her that. And I think it's really pretty. I think those kind of duochrome glitter shade will be the trend for next year. So yeah, I'm looking forward to have more brands coming out with duochrome glittery shade. Then we have Desire, which is this beautiful wine color. I'm gonna use this finger now. This is beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. This is beautiful. Like, this is the Huda level that I expect every single shade in this palette to achieve, because I know that she's able to create those bomb ass color with bomb ass pigmentation. So yeah, love this color. Then lastly, we have the color Juicy. So it's another matte color, and then it's another variation of nude, which I love. So I'm gonna just use this, and I'm saving the last one so that way I can put next to the four nudes here. I'm gonna put this one here. There we go. Right there. Look at that. So that's one swipe. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Look at that. I don't say that Juicy probably is my favorite nude out of all the nudes in this palette, just because it's like the perfect warm and neutral and pink. Yeah, it has a little bit of pink sheen. Do you guys agree? I personally think it has a little bit pink sheen. So yeah, absolutely love this color Juicy right here. So yeah, this is a swatch of all the colors in the Huda Naughty palette. Now it's time for the on eye application. Alright, so the first color I am going in is the shade Slippery. I am going to apply this one on my left eye because I really want to see how it looks. So here we go. Oh my goodness. I like the sensation. And I have already, you know, set my eyes. I use a concealer for my eye base, and then I set it with an IT Cosmetics loose powder. So this is already powdered up. But it seems like this sticky shade is not fighting with the powder I have already applied. So that's really nice. I like this shade. This shade looks very natural on my eyelid. It's beautiful. Honestly, this is really nice. Like, I really like this shade. I think it's beautiful. So now for my right eye, I'm going to use the color Filthy because I really want to see how it looks on my eyes. So I'm gonna just use a Morphe brush. Then let's do Filthy. Look at this color. Once you put a bunch on your brush, it actually looks really mauvey. So that's really nice. And I'm gonna just go in like this. It looks really nice. Look at that. But somehow I'm digging the slippery look. Oh my goodness, I actually really like it. Which side do you like as a base? I think the slippery side is unique. Then to top it off, I'm going to go in the color Juicy because I want to build up the color. So I'm gonna just use the same brush but on the other side. Whoa, look how pigmented that is. There are some kickoff though, see here. But it's not like as bad as Kylie Cosmetics. So that's good. And I'm gonna go in Juicy on my left eye. Wow, this is beautiful. And I feel like if you want an everyday makeup look, just these two shades, then put on some mascara, you're good to go. Like, look at this, right? It's beautiful. Then I'm put some Juicy on my right eye, where I use the color Filthy as the base. What do you guys think? I think I like the left eye look better. I just think the colors are softer. Like this juicy on the right eye, it's more powdery. Like there's more powder kick up. But juicy on the right and left eye, it just melts into it. So yeah, I love this slippery shade. All right, moving on. I want to intensify the look. So I'm going in with spicy. And I'm gonna, whoa, look at that. That's pigmented. I'm gonna just apply it along my lash line. I like it. Then apply this along my lash line the same. I feel like this one I apply a little bit higher. But look at the different color payoff. Which side do you like better? I honestly still like this side better. I just somehow think this side looks better. This side looks too powdery in my opinion. Maybe that's why Huda intended to put this slippery shade. I don't know. I don't think she ever explained like what's this really for. But I feel like since a lot of the powdery shades or the mattes are really like darker colors, so it's a little more powdery than usual, maybe she wants to use this slippery shade as a base to make them, you know, evens out. That's my guess, and I think it's beautiful. All right, moving on, we're gonna try this shade called Hard. You know, the duochrome shade. I'm gonna use my finger on one side. I'm going to put it right here to intensify the end of the eye. Wow. Beautiful. Then I'm gonna use a clean brush and I'm going to, you know, just pick out a darker shade. Then I'm going to put it on my left eye. Whoa. Let's put some of the darker ones on my right eye as well. Like bring it up to the crease. Whoa. This color is very pigmented. And I personally think that the color payoff using a brush, let me put it here, definitely is less than if you use your fingers, which I think is this shade here. So as you guys can see. So if you want more of a diffuse look, I'd say that definitely use a brush. All right, lastly, to finish the whole look, to top it all off, I'm gonna put the color Please Me, which is this beautiful shimmery shade in the center of my eyes. So it's almost like a half cut crease. Look at that. I'm gonna do the same with my right eye. This color is so beautiful. All right, so this is the finished look. Which side do you like it better? Me personally, I like this side better. I just think it's definitely more pigmented and less powdery. But yeah, I love this makeup look. All right, I am back. Mascaras are on, lashes are done. So this is the finished look. I am absolutely in love with it. I think it's so beautiful. It's just a very rich burgundy type of look, perfect for the holidays, the Christmas. I love this look that I'm being able to create using the Huda Naughty Palette. I personally really love this palette. I think Huda does not disappoint this year. She always come with a bang at the end of the year, and this palette is a bang in my opinion. If I'm gonna rate this palette on a scale from 0 to 10, I would give this a 9. I just feel like the whole color story are amazing. The color payoffs are amazing, except like this flower shade. I personally just don't get why it's in there. But other than that, the rest of the colors are amazing, including the slippery shade. But I do think that she could make the presentation a little better. It's just a little disturbing, the presentation. But in terms of actually the performance of the shade, I actually really love it. So all in all, I think this is a great palette. I would highly recommend. And yeah, that's it. This is my first impression on the Huda Beauty Naughty Palette. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you do, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Please don't forget to leave me a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this Huda Beauty Naughty Palette. And yeah, that's it. This is today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.